and welcome to your weekly podcast from Freestyle Media in partnership with the Magic Five. And this week, I'm joined by four brilliant ladies who have all got a glass of fizz, which I'm really into. They've recently been crowned world record holders. It's the now famous Basingstoke Bluefins Masters, 160-year relay team of Lizzie Godfrey, Sarah Hunt, Alex O'Kelly and Fleur Turner. So welcome to the podcast, ladies.
Hi. Hello.
So you're all sporting purple nails, right? And that is your official colour theme. Can you show us, for those of us watching on YouTube?
Absolutely. And the most important part.
I love it. Absolutely brilliant. That's so good. Right, so it was the 4x200 freestyle relay. You did it in a time of 9 minutes, 17 seconds, 0.25. You took over a second off the previous world record, and it was almost 6 seconds off the previous British and European record. Fleur, I'll come to you first. Do you think you got everything right today? And what I mean by that is there's so many things to consider in a 4x200. When you think about it individually, a 200 is hard to pace. You've got obviously 3 tumble turns, a dive. So put all four of you together, there's a lot of things that could potentially go wrong. Do you feel like you did the perfect race, or did you still come away and go, I've slipped a turn there, or would you say it was a perfect race?
I would say, collectively we did a really good race. It was really helpful because Alex did the 200 the day before and she did a really good swim. So we thought, actually, this is looking good. We didn't think we were going for a world record, but we thought, we could be on for the British record. This could be good. Personally, I didn't particularly do a great swim, but these guys did amazing. Collectively, I think we did it. We nailed it. Yeah, absolutely.
I think Fleur and I.
You didn't think you're on for it?
I think as well,
that's incredible.
Said to each other beforehand, we knew it was hard to pace, particularly long course. Yeah. And we said to each other beforehand, probably one of us will get it a bit wrong, but it doesn't matter. Between us, it's how we all perform collectively, and we did it collectively.
Yeah.
So 220 was our individual. We all had to try and reach it, and we did it.
Okay. Did you all reach it?
Yeah.
Did you all reach your targets? You did. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And
that's
we
really
said
good.
just before,
and Sarah is.
We said just before, if we don't do it, we're not apologising.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Don't say sorry.
No
little team thing. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, do you know, I really love that that relay mentality of not having too much pressure on yourselves, and I want to talk about that a bit later actually in terms of a dynamic of a relay team and what makes a great relay team. But Sarah, would you say 200 free is your best event, and would you say that's the same for the other guys as well?
Definitely not. No, I've always been a 50 and 100 swimmer, and actually when I was younger, I completely gave up 200s because I just hated them so much. But I think when we saw the record and thought collectively that it's something we could go for, it's something that encouraged me to do a bit more longer distance training. And actually, I have enjoyed doing a more variety of events because I used to only swim the 50 and 100 free, and actually doing some others and having other things to go for has been really good.
So in the build up then, Sarah, had you done any 200s in a race environment, or did you just throw yourself in for this as a bit of a one-off?
I'd done one short course 200 in January this year, but then this was the first long course 200 I've swum probably for over 20 years.
Wow! and you managed to hit the target time of under 220. That's amazing. That's really good. I mean, you guys said you weren't on for the world record, but Alex, you must have known you'd had a chance. I mean, you said you thought you had a chance at the British record, but the fact that you've gone under by quite a lot from the world record, you can't have been going in there thinking, no chance.
I think we looked at it, and we knew we had to average 218 each for the world. And then I'd done the 200 the day before as an individual, and I went to 20. So I think we were all relieved that we thought, okay, well, that's what we need to do for the British. So I think that was not our expectation at all. I think we were just really going for the British and European. I think they were the same record, same time.
Yeah.
No, we didn't know.
No, that's really
very nice surprise.
No, that's really cool. Lizzie, did you get a chance to practice this in training? Well, first of all, do you guys all train together on a regular basis, and do you get a chance to practice relays, or were you just thrown together at the last minute?
So yeah, that's what's really cool about our team. We all train together. So we haven't poached from anywhere else. We're all from the area, and so we all train together. As you can tell, we get on quite well. We do everything together. We go out for birthday dinners all the time. After training, we go to Costa Coffee. We should be sponsored by Costa Coffee. We're in there, probably in there more than we're in the swimming pool, I think we'll say. But so it's really important. We have our team spirit. We just luckily all happen to be in the same club.
Yeah. So Fleur, was this something, the 4x200? Did you, months in advance, did you go, right, ladies, this is the one, this is the big one we're going for? Or do you tend to just put your name in the hat for quite a few relays and the four of you just get together for as many as you can?
So I think it kind of started. Some of us went to Rome last year, and Sarah wasn't there, but the three of us were there, and we did some mixed relays. We did some girls' relays, and I'm sure it started. We were probably over a drink or something. We were like, actually, do you know what? The four of us make 160 next year. This could be good. And then it's the case of, Ollie, who we swim with, normally goes, Flo, you've got the British records open. What's the British record for this? And then we'll go in and have a look. And then they go, right, okay, the guys normally are the ones that say, girls, you need to try and do this. You need to do this. And we just go, okay.
We basically do as we're told.
We do what we're told. So they kind of look at the records and they kind of go, right, you four could go this. And we go, okay. So we do it, but they tell us what we're going to do, what races we should try, and that sort of stuff. So
yeah, swimming when.
Yeah, who's going, and they pick the order. So we don't do any of that.
We don't do any of that.
So tell us what the order was then, Fleur. So who went first, second, third, and fourth?
So Lizzie led off. Did you get?
Yeah.
I'm second.
Yeah, you went next, and then Alex, and then me. Lizzie is a safe pair of hands to lead off. She's like, we go,
not so safe.
Come on, do what you do, and off you go. Yeah.
I was just glad my goggles stayed on. I'm a backstroker. So diving in is.
Yeah.
Interesting. No, that's interesting. So actually, what I'm going to ask now then is, so in order of swimming that race, then tell us why you think you suited being in your position. So either first, second, third, or fourth.
Well, I'll go first.
Yeah.
The reason I go first is I'm slightly injured. So I think doing a takeover isn't very good I've got 2 slip discs. So diving in, I just need to be steady on the block. So I go first.
And she's safe. She's going to get the job done every time.
You tell her what time to do and she'll do it.
And she'll just do it.
I died, by the way, in my 200, but I still get my under the and then I hand over.
Can I just stop there? Can I just stop there before we move on? Sorry, you've got 2 slip discs, and you just went and dropped a world record a few weeks ago. Are you kidding me?
I did them a long time ago, but I've just been managing the pain for a very long time. So I gave up swimming, got to 2000, and I then started running. Went to a boot camp, slipped my discs because I had run, and the consultant said, why did you think you could be a land person? So I went back to swimming because they said that's the only safe sport, basically. So in 2016, I came back to swimming, and then
we did relays.
We did the mixed relays. Yeah. They were very fun.
They were good, yeah.
And we got some records.
We did, yeah.
And then had a little break.
Yeah.
And then Sarah came to our club, came back to swimming after her time out, and that's when Fleur said, "Need you." So I'm a massive team player.
Yes, absolutely.
So I came back.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Fantastic. No, that's really cool. And so, sorry, carry on then through the really. Yeah, go for it.
So I went second, and I think one of the reasons for that is I get quite nervous in races. I never used to when I was younger, but these days I really struggle to control my nerves. So I wanted to go as early as possible, but not having the pressure of going first. So second was perfect for me. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit why you get nervous? And especially if you never used to and sort of you do now, what is it that's kind of changed?
I don't know. I've got no idea why, because when I was younger and I guess things were more serious, I managed to keep my cool a lot better, but these days I can't. I think it's just an age thing.
Would you say you're nervous about getting disqualified or the pain of the race? What is it particular that's going through your mind?
I don't think there's anything in particular. I think it's just probably part of the excitement of racing again, and actually just the physical adrenaline rush that I get from that. I think I just feel it more than I used to. So it's not really a mental thing, it's more the kind of physical nerves, I think, that get me.
Yeah, sure. Oh, interesting. Yeah. So sorry. Yeah. Do continue.
So next, so then Alex went,
and it was me. I think that we did because I think we knew Lizzie would go first. We knew that Fleur and Lizzie had to be at either end, and then it was like a toss up of where we go. And then Sarah said about wanting to go earlier, and I'm not really experienced in any of these things, so I didn't really mind. So I know it doesn't sound tactical, but that's just.
Can I say that she was
amazing.
She basically got us
absolutely. Yeah. And she was after she swam her 200 the day before. We were like, actually, you are now the most experienced because none of us did.
Yeah.
So can I just ask? You said the day before you'd gone 220. Is that right in your individual?
Yeah.
But earlier on, you said that you all needed to go 218 to get the world record.
Yeah.
What time did you go?
So what time did you do this? What did you do the next day then? What was your split? Wow. So you dropped 3 seconds in a day. Like, I mean, I know splits tend to be obviously a little bit faster anyway. They are more favourable times.
Yeah.
But 3 seconds, I mean, that's not just a slip of a stopwatch. Like, what do you think? What do you think's done it?
I just didn't want to be the slowest. That honestly is all that went through my head. You can't be the slowest. You can't be the slowest. Because I am on the 50 and the 100. So, yeah.
And I think as well, we'd specifically gone to the long course nationals with an eye on these relays, and we prioritised that above everything else. So for our individual events, like Fleur and I didn't enter the 50, which would normally be our strongest individual events, but it was right before the 4x200. Yeah. So we filled in some individuals, but it was entirely around. And I think we probably pushed it harder in the relays because we knew that was one.
Oh, yeah. You find something extra.
Definitely.
Always.
Yeah, always.
That's fantastic. So I know from my past experiences of swimming for a few clubs, it's very rare you get the same 4 of you that kind of do relay after relay. It tends to be a bit mix and match. So you might find yourself in the same relay team as somebody else, but then the other 2 might kind of chop and change a little bit. Fleur, are you for quite a tight-knit relay team? Have you guys been at this for a while now?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We absolutely went to Sheffield with, we are the girls relay team. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do these races. Like Sarah said, we're going to prioritise them over our individuals. And we're going to do the same probably in Sheffield in October. So we want to do the same 3, the 50, the 1 and the 2. We were lucky we got 1 of each this time at long course. So 1 British, 1 Euros, 1 World. So yeah, we'll definitely do it as a team again for sure.
That's amazing. That's a clean sweep. Sorry, Fleur, tell us what the other records are in.
So we got a European in the 4x100 and a British in the 4x50.
Fantastic. That's absolutely brilliant. I mean, so what about from an individual point of view, Sarah? Do any of you guys? I mean, do you have any records yourself individually, or do any of you other guys have individual records?
No, I don't yet, but who knows?
Yet.
So who knows? But
it's a good attitude. I like that.
Those 2. Yeah.
I'll go first.
So the 3 do.
I've got the British record for 100 backstroke. I think Jo Corbin might have been having a little break.
That's my only great swim. It was a brilliant swim. She didn't even know she got it as well, which was even better. Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. No, that's really cool. And we talked earlier.
We need to do Fleur's list.
Go for it.
You do. Yeah,
and we're very proud of her list.
I've got the 100 currently. I've got the 200 short and long, and I had the 400 short, but I haven't got it anymore. Yeah.
Okay. So, all freestyle, can I just check?
All freestyle, yeah, absolutely. And then between us, Lizzie and I have also got some in the mixed teams as well. So we've got a couple of European.
Oh, brilliant.
Records. Yeah.
Fantastic. Oh, that's really good.
Little special mention to
so we
my
thought-
teammates,
Our teammates, yeah.
Ollie Espinaz and Spencer Turner,
Yeah.
who happens to be Fleur's.
Yes.
And Alex's boyfriend.
Oh,
Different
yeah,
people. They're the ones that tell us what to do.
Yes,
what
that's brilliant.
We
They're
just
the
get on
bosses.
with it, yeah.
We do as we're told.
Yeah. It's quite the record household then, isn't it, Fleur?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Spencer's got one as well. So, yeah, and we've obviously had our relay one. So, yeah, definitely.
No, that's fantastic. I sort of asked this question earlier, but I'll ask you again. Alex, I'll come to you. Would you say that you are a relay swimmer as opposed to an individual? Do you much prefer doing relays, or are you, when you go to a competition, do you sort of think, right, I'm going to do these 3 or 4 individuals and I do a couple of relays as well, or do you go there and just think, do you know what, I'm a relay swimmer?
No, I like both. I'd say I'm quite new to masters swimming anyway, so I hadn't really done many relays. If I was in relays, it was more to like make up numbers before. I think this was the first time it was like
Yeah, not the case now.
this was the first like real team. So yeah, I love them now. But yeah, I don't know. It's a hard question.
I think it depends on the meet.
Yeah,
And
and everything, doesn't it? Yeah, where you are. Yeah.
No, definitely the.
No, that's interesting.
Long course, we went for the relays.
We did.
Yeah.
And we don't really like long courses
Yeah.
as well, so it was like we're doing it for the relays.
I would go too far to say
Yeah.
long course.
Yeah, no, the short versus long is always an interesting debate. Some people love it, and some people, I don't think people hate it necessarily, but people struggle with long course because it's, if you don't train in long course pool, it's a completely different feel, isn't it? Lizzie, interesting question actually. Interesting question. Would you say, you've kind of alluded to the guys being like telling you what to do, but would you say as a 4 you're all equals, or would you say one of you is kind of like the team captain?
I would say we're all equals, apart from Fleur, who organises everything. So the boys tell us what to do, and Fleur puts that into action. I would say it's how we survive as a team.
That's admin.
When you say you put things into action, what is it that you mean by that? Like, so what is it that you're doing for the other 3 people?
No, just like the team entries and stuff like that. Where are we staying? Where are we eating? That sort of thing.
Yeah, interesting. So something else that I'm interested in as well is because, everybody's different. We're all different personalities. When the 4 of you are stood behind the blocks ready to rock and roll, who's the one that's like, right, come on ladies, we've got this, let's go get it? Who's the one that needs an arm around the shoulder to say, go, you'll be fine, let's go? Tell us about the team dynamic there.
We had a lot of team hugs in Sheffield.
We had a lot of hugs, a lot of the mantra of be brave.
Yeah, be brave.
Was said a couple of times. I go quite quiet because they've given me the rubbish leg. So I have to concentrate about finding out what lane we're in. That's quite a task.
We tend to forget things like that. Yeah.
So I have to make sure we're there on time.
We're all pretty close.
Yeah,
we're all
good spirits.
Yeah.
We're very encouraging to each other.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I mean, the bit I remember before doing the 4x200 is Fleur just saying to me, "Granny, do what you do.
Do what you do. Do what you do, Granny."
I'll go and do what I do.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm called Granny Godfrey. By the way,
good.
Because of my injury. we have emojis.
That's
on our group chat. Yeah.
No, I like it. So tell us a little bit then about, so you've talked already about the purple nails. What's some of the things that you guys always like to do and have on a relay weekend? Do you always have like the same drink or something like that? Have you got any superstitions?
Matching suits.
Suits.
We coordinate the suits and the photos where we go in the middle, but apart from that, we're pretty relaxed about it. Hats and goggles. Yes.
Yeah.
We had matching hat and goggles.
Hats.
And we coordinated suits, suits we were wearing for each relay.
Oh, a different suit for each relay?
Yeah.
It was confirmed the whole way, the whole drive to Sheffield. Reconfirming, what to do.
That's brilliant. Are the hats that you wear your team hats, your club hats, or are you wearing like Speedo caps or something like that?
No. Always team hats.
Yeah, fair. Interesting question for all of you, and I guess you can sort of talk amongst yourselves with this one really. But what do you think makes a great relay team? And I want you to sort of answer that beyond the obvious factors of like, well, you're a good swimmer, so therefore you make a good relay. But talk about the spirit and the collective nature and all the little quirks and the purple nails and all these kind of things. What makes a great relay team?
I think with us, it's just
it's the fun, isn't it? It is the fun.
The fun.
It is the fun.
I think it's a lot of fate. The fact that Sarah's come to the club.
Yeah.
Because we were missing.
Yeah, we were.
You were the missing piece.
You were in our jigsaw.
So yeah, I think it's just
we find it fun. I think.
Yeah.
To us, it is a bit of fun. It's like, well, we swim together, we train together, we socialise. Oh, let's do a relay.
We put on each other's suits.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And I think we've been joking about the kind of matching suits and nails and things, but for me, I feel like it's been quite a lesson in teamwork. And I think because swimming can often be such an individual sport. When I was younger, it was wholly individual. You know, if I was thrown into a relay, I'd probably resent it a bit. And think, you know, it's going to take away, and I wouldn't give it as much as I would my individuals. But I think it's been completely flipped on its head, and I've loved the experience.
And I think as we all get on so well, it's just like we're all so happy for each other because everyone swam amazingly and all of them, and just that we can share it together. Like, when was it? We still talk about it.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool. And Lizzie, would you, or have you guys ever had I mean, you're world record holders now, which is fantastic. Have you ever had an experience where you've got DQ'd or it's just not gone to plan? And well, that's question A. And then question B, do you feel like that's actually made you a stronger team?
Oh, absolutely. When I was younger, I think one of the main reasons I became a backstroker was the whole goggle front. We never used to have the goggles that stuck to your face. We had I think what they called the Godfrey goggles with the nothing to do with the string. With the string, and I think I purposely became a backstroker so I wouldn't have to dive in and worry, because I could breathe all the time. So that definitely, all those experiences of it, the goggles coming off, definitely scarred me for life. So coming back and then being asked to do freestyle, I was so thankful for the new goggles that stuck to your face.
And we have done some relays that didn't quite go to plan. So Lizzie and I did a mixed with Spence and Ollie in Budapest. And I went last. And Pac-Man, who is Alistair Crawford, bless him, from Leeds, literally chewed me up and spat me out down the last length. And I could feel him coming. And there's a picture of Ollie on poolside that just goes, oh, like this when he went past me. So, yeah, we have been on the other side of it as well. But again, it was, it was a team and it was what it is. And it's still a joke to this day. And that was 2017. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Sarah, when you guys do a medley relay, tell us who's doing which stroke.
Well, we haven't really completed too many because we don't really have a breaststroker.
But we have our lovely Emily from our club who steps in and does the breaststroke. So that's one thing we lack.
We don't have a breaststroke
in our foot. There's no breaststroke.
No,
we all go. Yeah.
If one of you had to do the breaststroke, who would it be?
Fleur.
Me.
100% Fleur.
No, interesting. Yeah, no, that's a shame. Would you say, Lizzie, that relays they're a good way to start out in racing? So if you're either new to the sport or you've been out for many years and you're coming back to it, would you say it's a good way, relays? And so I guess what I'm asking really is, do you feel the pressure less on a relay? Do you feel like it's just a little bit more fun and you can enjoy it and just give it a go without feeling that intense pressure of it just being you on the block?
Absolutely. And we had the Hampshire Master Championships the other day, and we had a lot of swimmers that have come back from not competing for a while and they all said that the relay was their favourite. So we managed to get them all involved in the relay, and definitely 100% they loved that more than their individuals. Because like Sarah said, when you're swimming for yourself, it's quite nerve-wracking. But in a team environment, it's just a lot easier.
Yeah, no, for sure. When you guys are at training, how much like kind of takeover training are you doing, and just general like getting on the blocks and just giving it a blast? Is this something you do on a regular basis, or not really at all?
I don't think we've ever done a takeover ever.
We need to look at, because we've completely blagged it. I don't even dive in training because I'm super scared that my back will go. And
we're just very safe with our takeovers. We're like, okay,
we get told off with that a lot.
Yeah. You'd think out of all the hours and hours and hours of ruling 200 free training we've done, we maybe should have taken
a takeover.
Minutes out to take over, but we didn't.
No, we didn't.
Yeah,
lesson learned.
No.
Amazing. Alex, do you think in that case that you guys can still go faster?
Yes. Yes. I'm extremely slow off a block. Like, it's horrendous.
We're all safe.
So you feel like...
Yeah, definitely. And Fleur's been training me up in the gym. So hopefully I'll get some strength in my legs soon and I can push off a bit faster.
Yeah. Amazing. So you've got the 9 minutes 17. What we're going for next then? If you guys think you can go faster, what do you think you can actually achieve? Is it?
No, not long course. We're done.
You're done.
When we got the record,
You're retired.
That's the first thing we said. We don't have to do it again.
Yeah.
Although we'll probably go
I went to the. I imagine you do. If apparently somebody else makes the rules and you guys just go along, then I'm sure you'll be roped
up. We get to charge. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I went to the Southeast long course relays in March down in Crawley. I don't know if any of you guys were there, but that was a really interesting meet actually, and it's the first meet that I've ever done as a master swimmer that was just solely relays. And it was a Saturday night, which took me back to being an age group swimmer again, and sort of doing a Saturday evening relay. It was quite strange, but I loved it. And as a team, we all really enjoyed it. And again, it felt a lot more fun. It felt a lot more low pressure and just like almost doing it for a bit of a laugh in a way. Would you? So Fleur, would you say that it would be great to have more of these types of competitions going on around the country throughout the year?
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody loves a relay. I think they're great fun, whether, like we said, we did them at Hampshire's and we didn't get to swim as a team because it's still mixed and different age groups and whatever else, but they're still really good fun, and they're good fun, like Lizzie said, for the people that haven't really swum very much for a long time. They came back in, did a relay, straight away you feel part of a team. So, yeah, I think we might do the short course one. There's a Southeast short course in October or end of September.
Yes.
I'm not sure whether we'll do the 200, but we might. You never know. But yeah, no, I think they're good. Yeah, it'd be good fun. I think, it'll take a little while for them to take off because I think the last one was a little bit quiet. I could be wrong, but yeah, I think it's really good for swimming, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. And Lizzie, have you the other two relays that you've got your records in? You say you've got a European record and a British record. Do you harbour hopes of going one better in each of those in terms of the record?
Well, as we've just had the discussion about our relay takeovers, yes, if we can get that.
Do you know how far off you are from those records? No,
we'll have to ask the boys.
Yeah, they would know straight away.
Yeah, the boys just being the admin guys, right? You're the swimmers there. Yeah.
Our glamorous assistants.
Yeah.
Brilliant. I guess the final question, but do feel free to cut loose on this because it sounds like you've had a fantastic time. How did you celebrate your world record?
What did we do? We had some fizz. I think we had a fizz every night because we had a relay every day in Sheffield. So a bit like tonight, really. We had a bottle of fizz, which seems to be the default.
We bought dinner at Cosmos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our coach bought us dinner.
Yeah, that was a miracle too.
Yeah. We when we got back here where we are now, we had a thing outside, and we've got two new swimmers who've moved from Italy, and they made all of us 28 pizzas.
Yeah.
So we had drinks and 28 pizzas,
and they brought their pizza oven over, set it all up. So we had a little, and it was Sarah's birthday as well, so it was a bit of a mixed celebration.
Fantastic. Oh, that's really cool. See, the club that I used to swim at down south, we had one record holder, a British record holder. He was the only British record holder in that club, and his name's Brian Hunt, and we used to call him Sir Brian because he had a record. And if ever he got a record, we all stood on poolside as he arrived and just did a big round of applause for him. Did you guys get like a guard of honor or anything like that?
They say that suggestions.
They'll be like, no, and the guys tell us the men's records are harder, and we have to work harder and all this. Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Well, listen.
They got a British record.
Their own British record, so that was good.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want to be out.
They got their own British record.
They did
the 200
medley team. They took 5 seconds off it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, it sounds like a fantastic club. Tell us a little bit about the club that you swim for. Like, how often do you guys train? How many members are there?
Overall in the club, there's about 300. Masters, we're about just over 50 now.
Okay.
So the Masters is sort of split. We've got some that compete, some that don't compete. Some that come once a week, some that come 3 times a week. So they only get a maximum of 3 sessions a week. So we swim in public sessions as well.
Okay. And Alex, do you swim with the age group squad, or is a Masters like a set? Have you got separate sessions?
No, I swim with the Masters. I'm 28, so
No. Sorry, I meant all of you. Do Masters swim separately from the age group swimmers?
Yeah, no, we're completely separate.
Sorry.
We know she does.
She does make.
No. It's just because I know that some clubs like the Masters have like a lane or two, but they still follow the same kind of age group program. But other clubs, they are literally almost like a separate club in a way. They're just an extension of.
Yeah, no, we just have Masters sessions separately to the rest of the club. Yeah.
You do, yeah. No, that's brilliant. I think that's it's an interesting environment because I've experienced both now, where I've had swum for a club where we have a lane or two alongside the age groupers, and then I've swum for a club where it's just Masters alone. I think it's quite a different vibe. I think I just prefer solely a Masters club. I think it's something a little bit lighter about the feel of it, because I think age groupers are all serious.
Yeah, and I think the training is different. When you're younger, you need less recovery, and I think you can push things harder. And I think you've just got to be smarter as a Masters about how you train and make sure you do recover and focus on technique a lot more. I think you can't rely on just brute force.
Yeah, we see their sets, don't we? And we're like,
Fleur and I have been encouraged to look at the board and go, when can we talk during that set?
When's the rest?
They're our favourite sets.
It's always
you can talk.
Yeah,
we like the set.
Yeah, it's always telling because my Wednesday night session is the Masters are the hour after the age groupers, and you walk on poolside and you look at the program that they've done, and you think, God, there's no way I could do that on those turnarounds. And it's still on the board when you get in for your warm-up. But actually, by the time the warm-up's finished, it's always very telling because, say, for example, if it's 12.75s, it suddenly becomes 9.75s and you've got an extra 10 seconds turnaround go on. It's a bit sobering when you look at that and you think, oh, God, actually, we just can't quite hack it anymore.
We're quite lucky we follow a completely different program.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we've got some very talented coaches in our club. So shout out to Keone.
Yeah.
And Spencer writes some of the sets.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
we're very lucky.
Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, no, that's brilliant dynamic. So you've all got a glass of fizz. Where are you all going out for dinner tonight?
Right next to the swimming pool.
Yes,
ironically, the restaurant right next to the swimming pool.
Yeah, fantastic. And is this the final celebration of your? I'm gonna call it a celebration of your world record, even if it's just a get together. Would you say this is the last one, or are you just going to keep going week in, week out?
We'll find other reasons.
Yeah,
You'll continue.
Until the next one.
That's fantastic.
In October.
I hope you'll be cheering for us.
Yeah. Well, fingers crossed. Yeah, fingers crossed. You're going to break your own records. That'd be the dream. Absolutely.
That means doing it again. Yeah, I don't want to do the full version. No.
If you break your own one, we're going to have to do the podcast.
Short course is more appealing.
Well, look, short course is way more appealing. I completely agree. I really enjoyed talking to you all. It was great to meet you. Congratulations again on having a world record, a European record, and a British record. You've got the whole clean sweep. It's fantastic. Enjoy the bubbly. Enjoy your purple nails. And I hope to meet you very soon in person.
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.